Alright, so we're starting a new Grimdark project today. I thought I'd do something new. I've done a lot of terrain recently where it's like rock formations carved out with some sandy bases, and I've done the sandy bases like a million times, you know, plastering stuff up and dry brushing it the same three colors. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to make a sort of ruined brick wall. Because when I was at the game store the other day, when I bought my Gale Force 9 brand static grass, they have these little miniature masonry bricks, these little tiny ones that look like little bricks of Pez. You could buy in a little Ziploc bag, you know, like a couple dozen of these for like $7, and it was kind of tempting because the idea of using like fallen bricks is kind of cool, but I wasn't really interested in paying that much money for them. So what we've done is, here we go, is we've cut some up out of our pink styrofoam. And then what I've been doing is sanding them here. I'll show you how we do this all step by step. It's pretty easy, to be honest. If I'd known how easy it was, I wouldn't have even thought twice about buying the fucking things at the store. Because like I pondered for a while about purchasing them because they looked really fun. But this is just so much better. Okay, so what we're doing is I happen to have a loose chunk of styrofoam here. It's in brick shape. This is actually left over from another project, but this will work just fine. We whip out our big scary knife, and we want to carve off a sheet of, you know, this all depends on how big you want your bricks, but we want to carve it off, and we want to make our sawing strokes nice and smooth so we don't get jagged bits. So we got a smooth little piece here, and cut it into strips, and cut it into strips some more, and cut it into strips some more, and cut the strips one last time. There we go. And you want to make sure they're at least semi-uniform. See, this one's a little wider at one end than the other, so we're going to have to fix that. But like this one on the other hand is pretty good. Wish I could have cut them all that straight. So we got to shave off a little. There we go. Carved off a little strip here like this. And just cut them into bricks. And this part's a little hard to get the even cuts on because they're so small. Like, this one has kind of a jagged edge with a little shredded piece. Give this another shot. Okay. Ugh, that one actually, it looks worse now, actually. Great. So, the size of piece I have, I end up with all these little cubes at the end. I'm not sure what we're going to do with these. But, anyway, we get our brick like this, and you'd think we're done with cutting out the bricks, but I found actually make them look a little bit better. Give them just a little bit of sanding on the edges and on the corners too, so they have a little more rounded edges. But you don't want to do it too much because these pieces of styrofoam are so small that if you sand them very much on the ends, your brick's going to start disappearing. So you just want to give it like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives it a nice rounded edge. Do the next corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last one on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, you know, just do the same on both sides, and do it on the long edges too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3, 4, 5. Last one. Alright. So, you know, it's not perfectly, it doesn't have perfect dimensions. You know, I wouldn't want to make a real house out of these things, but you know, we got a nice little brick to work with here. And we'll be back in just a sec on what we're going to do with these things. Alright, so I glued all my bricks together to make this like ruined wall. I also cut out some pieces here to make an ammo crate. Zoom! The ammo crate, I made a little sort of drawstringy thing to open it with, and I put an Imperial Eagle on the top, because Imperials put Imperial Eagles on everything.
This is just a skull, right?
Well, it's a skull with wings, so that's like kind of an Imperial
Eagle. Because the Imperial Eagle has 2 heads, right?
Well, it depends. The Imperial Eagle is nebulose. We have Adam with us here.
Tell him about the scorch marks too.
Oh yeah. So we're thinking about making this kind of a blown open brick barricade. So I think when I paint it, I'm gonna dry brush some scorch marks here, like a shell hit, and. But I'm not sure. I might do that. Might not. I also have this machine gun. I'm thinking about putting on a little tripod here in the gap in the wall. But, again, not sure. It'll all come when I paint it, right? Alright, so, I basically painted the whole thing black. I just used some black ink because just about everything on this is like super porous. The foam and the plaster and stuff. What I'm probably gonna do is paint the ammo crate some Dark Angels green, and the bricks. I have a color. It's called terracotta. There we go. It's sort of a dark red, sort of brownish dark red. Should look good. So I'll do those for the base coat colors. I'll do the sand, the sort of usual routine. And we'll be back in a little bit with it painted. Alright, so I just did the base colors on this. Painted the bricks terracotta. I think they look pretty good. I got a little carried away when I was painting the ammo box. I started doing a little highlighting. I'm not sure if it'll look alright when it dries, but, you know, whatever. It's mostly done. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the eagle yet. I might paint it like a metallic color or something like that. And the sand is, you know, our standard snake bite leather kind of color. Alright, so I just finished dry brushing this thing. I did the usual color combinations for doing the sand. When I was dry brushing, I accidentally got a little bit on the bricks, and I realized it actually looked totally fine. I was planning to dry brush them a little bit to give them some more detail, but I wasn't originally planning to do these colors, but it looks just about what I would have hoped for. Ammo box even got dry brushed a little bit by accident, so now the the Imperial Eagle here, you can see the detail a little better. Next we're going to put on some static grass and we'll be done with this thing. I applied our static grass. There's a few patches on the ground you might see here. One over by the box, one by the bricks. I also put some grass growing on the bricks, you know, because it's kind of a dilapidated, overrun thing. I decided not to go with the scorch marks where the wall had crumbled. But still, I think it looks pretty darn snazzy. And yeah, that's about it.